Hi, it's Donna at the Ingalls Memorial Library, and welcome back to week 2 of Pandemic Pantry, our answer to the missing book club here at Ingalls Memorial Library. Um, I'm a day late with this, and I apologize for that, but yesterday I found myself in this situation that I had to go grocery shopping again, and grocery shopping is just not my favorite thing to do during this pandemic. Can't help it, just not my favorite thing. So I'm a day late, and I used to say a day late and $1 short, but I'm going to say I'm a day late and $38.41 short, because that's what it cost me to plan my breakfast for the next 30 days. My husband doesn't eat breakfast, so I eat by myself typically, and for $38.41, I can have a healthy and nutritious and delicious breakfast for the next 30 days, and that to me is a bargain. So what do I have for breakfast? Well, it starts with Quaker Oats. It's a big container of Quaker Oats, $4.99, and it will make 30 good breakfasts. When I was a kid, I hated Quaker Oats, and boy, when I saw that on the pan on the stove before school, it just made me cringe. Cream of wheat was okay, maple was okay, Quaker Oats not my favorite, but now I absolutely love them. So I start with a half a cup of Quaker Oats in my favorite cereal bowl, which I don't have here at the library, every single morning. Once I've got the oats in the bowl, I take my ground cinnamon and just sprinkle it and cover the entire top so that you can't even tell there's oats under there. It just looks like a field of cinnamon. That's the way I love my oats. Once the cinnamon's on top, I drizzle a little bit of maple syrup. Now for pancakes or squash or other things that I use maple syrup, I buy the local maple syrup. But for oatmeal, which has so many other flavors going on with it, I usually just go with the store brand. So a little drizzle of this, and this jar will last me about a month as well. On top of the maple syrup, I like to put a teaspoonful or a tablespoonful of ground flaxseed meal. This stuff has been around forever. It's one of the ancient grains. It's got a little bit of a nutty taste and a kind of a neat texture, and it just adds a little something to the oatmeal. So I put a tablespoon of that on top of my maple syrup in my bowl every morning. And then I put about a tablespoon of raisins, and again, this will last me the whole month. And with all that in the bowl, I then use unsweetened vanilla almond milk, which is just the perfect taste to complement these flavors for my oatmeal. So if I'm using a half a cup of oatmeal, I use a cup of vanilla almond milk, unsweetened, and once that's in the bowl, I just stir, pop it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, which allows me to make my cup of coffee and figure out where I set the book down that I wanted to read while I was eating my breakfast. Then the oatmeal's done, and I have a healthy and nutritious and very delicious breakfast. So that's my creation from the Pandemic Pantry. $38.41, one trip to the grocery store, and 30 meals of lovely breakfast, until such time we can go out for a diner breakfast or something like that, which I'm looking forward to. So, Pandemic Pantry. I want to thank everybody who has taken the time to send me some recipes of things that they're creating during the pandemic. So if you're doing something to stretch your food dollar or minimize your trips to the grocery store, or if there's a family recipe that brings you great joy and you find that you need the joy of a good family recipe right now, send it along to Donna@ingleslibrary.com so I can include it in my Pandemic Pantry cookbook, which will be created and sent out to all contributors once the shutdown is over. It's been a lot of fun, and I've got a lot of great recipes, and also some recipes that I might not necessarily eat myself, but that's the fun of it all. That's what all cookbooks are about. So for those who are observing Good Friday today, I hope you have a joyous day, and for those observing Passover, I hope you are having a nice time too. It's a very different year this year. We won't probably be able to spend much time with our families or do the other things that we typically do on this weekend. A little bit sad, but that's okay. We're getting through it, and time's going by. So thanks again for stopping by for the Pandemic Pantry. I hope you enjoyed my creation, which I'm not a kitchen person, so it's probably not the fanciest of fancy, but it's what I have. And take good care, stay at home, and we hope to see you soon again at the library. Bye-bye now.